Hello everyone and warm welcome to this session. In this video I am going to demonstrate you how the low pass filtering of any image is made possible while working into the frequency domain with the help of MATLAB coding. So let us switch to the editor window so that we can write our MATLAB code. We begin our coding with the MATLAB syntaxes of close all, clear and CLC so that we can have fresh execution of our program. Now mentioning a comment line. So what is the motive behind to write this particular program? Here we shall mention. So this is a program to demonstrate frequency domain low pass filtering of an image. So here first of all we require one image to process this way. So the first model it will be to read the input image. So I will generate a variable capital A with the help of the MATLAB syntax imread followed by a pair of parentheses inside which we need to provide the file name along with its file type, and that is to be added within a pair of single quotes. The most popular cameraman.tif, the standard image dataset I am going to use here. Now let us save this particular script. I give the name to this particular program underscore19.m will be the file extension. Initially it was the untitled script. Now the name has appeared whatever I have given it to it. The same file has been generated in the current folder. Now the workspace is empty. I run this program. You see a variable A as expected is generated because of this syntax that will hold the information of cameraman.tif. The image is available in our current folder here. The image dimensions are 256 by 256 of the data type uint8. So we shall get back to the editor window so that we can continue our programming. Now for the purpose of implementing the frequency domain low pass filtering, we require two variables to hold the image dimensions. So let us see, we generate the two variables m and n with the help of the MATLAB syntax size, where the input argument is the image for which the dimensions are to be extracted and be assigned to these variables m and n here. So here we provide capital A as the input argument. Now for this programming we will have the second module to define the filter mask or the filter kernel here. So I write a comment, define the filter kernel. So now usually capital H is utilized to have the representation of the filter mask. Initially I assign it a matrix of zeros with the same dimension as that of the input image we have read. Now with the help of a nested for loop I am going to formalize this for applying onto the input image. So let us have the for loop with the variable I that will iterate from 101 to 156, whereas another for loop I will nest here that will run with the variable j extending with 101 to 156 here. See, while I showed you the variable a, the image information of cameraman.tif because of the above MATLAB syntax here, the dimensions of the image you see that is 256 by 256 here. So a portion of the image plane for the span of 101 to 156 I am having consideration for the generation of the filter mask here so that we can perform the low pass filtering while we shift to the frequency domain representation here. So for this much of the portion we are having h of I comma j assigned with the value 1 here. We end the nested for loop, and after having the image available to us, the filter kernel as defined, we will shift to the frequency domain. So the next module will be to shift to the frequency domain. So here I will generate the variable h underscore f, the frequency domain representation of the filter kernel. So I will make it possible with the help of FFT shift of the capital H ending with the semicolon, and the generation of capital A underscore F, which will hold the transformed representation of the image information. So direct transformation, that is DFT, basically fast Fourier transform, the efficient realization of the same. So FFT2 is the MATLAB syntax and the input argument is capital A here. So both the image information and the filter kernel are shifted to the frequency domain. Now it's time to have application of the filter. So I write apply the filter mask here. So I will generate the variable capital B by mere element wise multiplication of the image information that I have stored with A underscore F with that of the filter function in the frequency domain that I have represented by H underscore F here. So mere element wise multiplication in the frequency domain means the convolution in the spatial domain. So as our motive was to have the processing of the image for low pass filtering in the frequency domain, we have shifted it and performed the element wise multiplication with the help of dot asterisk here. The image information after processing should be returned to the spatial domain for proper visualization. So I make here the absolute value of inverse Fourier transform. So IFFT2, as the image is a two-dimensional signal here, input argument will be from the above line, that is capital B here. So this way we complete the implementation of the low pass filtering in the frequency domain here. Now let us display the results here. So I just write display of input and output images here. So both the images we will display with the help of subplot here. So I will generate a subplot of 2 rows, 2 columns. To the first cell I will have the visualization of original image which is stored in the variable A here. The concerned title here I am providing in string form, that it is original image. By the next line I go for the subplot 2 comma 2 comma 2, it means the next cell here, where I am going to have the visualization in 2D format for the filter function that we have generated. The concerned title here I am providing, that it is 2D view of the filter function we have denoted by H. Next to that we will go for accessing the third cell of the subplot here, and hereupon I will make the visualization of the filter function in the 3 dimensions here. The use of SURF command will be helpful here. The concerned title I will provide, that is 3D view of the filter function H, and finally the last cell of subplot can be accessed. So here I write 2 comma 2 comma 4, where I am going to display the resultant image after we process it with the low pass filtering for the concerned mask generated here, or the filter kernel you can say. So that information is holded by the variable C here, as it will be into the double type data type format here. We need to get it converted back to the uint8 as like that of the input image data set, and the concerned title here I provide. The title, it will be image after frequency domain low pass filtering, what I abbreviate to LPF has. So I save the script, getting back to the default view. After saving the script, let us run this program. So here in the workspace you check, initially we had only one variable, and now the image information in the frequency domain is stored in this variable. So you can check the data type here. While we have the image information in the spatial domain, that it was uint8 data type here, while we shift the information to the frequency domain, because of all this programming here, we have the complex double domain representation for the intermediate variables here. And after the inverse Fourier transformation here, the C variable, which we have the inverse Fourier transformation of B, we get back to the double domain here from the complex. That means this is what the representation of frequency domain. This is the frequency domain filter function, the filter function into the spatial domain here, and the corresponding variables here. So this is what the subplot I maximize. The original image cameraman.tif here we have used. We have generated the filter mask for the 101 to 156 pixels. So the filter mask we have generated this way, and now when it operates onto the image, we get the resultant image in the spatial domain visualized like this here. So this is what the simple demonstration of frequency domain working of low pass filtering of the image. I will also show it with the results for another data set here. So let us say if I use lena.jpg, another popular data set, saving the changes and running it again, because for both of the cameraman.tif and lena.jpg we have the same dimensions, 256 pixels row wise and column wise here. So the same filter mask will be convenient to use for processing low pass filtering of the image in the frequency domain. This is the resultant output image here. So in this video we have generated the filter mask by manually selecting the range of the pixels so that it better fits the dimensions of the image that we have read and that we are intended to process for low pass filtering here. So this was our simple demonstration of frequency domain working of low pass filtering. Thank you.